Well, I think interesting you raised the dew, because we were talking about it and I was actually talking to a couple of the Delhi lads. It looked like the dew came in the middle of the game and then disappeared. Like, I think one of our lads said, I think we've got reverse dew. It came and went. So look, I don't know how much that affected the innings. Look, what I would say is I thought we bowled really well. I'll focus mainly on what we've done, not on the opposition, but I thought we bowled really well. Probably one of our better bowling performances. I thought Yash Dayal bowled brilliantly up front and created chances. With Buvy and Hazelwood, you kind of know what you get from them, but they bowled brilliantly too. And then I think our spinners did a great job through the middle. They were always threatening the stumps and making it difficult for the batters. And I think that created a bit of pressure. At the end of that innings, we were pretty happy with that score, but you don't know until you get a chance to bat on it. It certainly looked like the pitch was a little bit slow, and it definitely held for the spinners, and it turned a little bit. So we went in a little bit cautious about that, but expecting it to be something that we could control as a chase. We did lose a few pretty soft wickets to begin with. I'm sure our batters will be reflecting on that, and that made the chase a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. But when you've got Virat at the crease, you've always knows you've got a chance of getting home in a chase. He showed great composure and great skill. Krunal did a great job going in just to break a bit of that momentum for us and build a partnership with Virat, which he did brilliantly. And then it was good to see him go through the gears as well and get us closer to the score. And obviously we had a lot of firepower left in the pavilion. So, Tim David going in and a few other people to come still. So, once we got past the sort of the midway point, we were confident that we were back in the game. Yeah, one of the things we wanted to do at the auction was make sure that we had batting depth. So it goes back all the way to our recruitment. We wanted to make sure that we had contributions all the way down to 7-8 in our batting order. And I think we've done that through most of the season so far. Today was Krunal's opportunity and he took it really well. Absolutely right, Matt. I think a win like today, where we stuttered a little bit with the bat but eventually got there, was a good example of the personality and character of our team and the togetherness. I think we're in a good place right now. We've been playing pretty good cricket all season, but we've got to a point now where the character shines through, and you want that in the business end of the competition. And you're right, Krunal's a good example of that. Huge experience. He bowled brilliantly. I spoke to him at the half-time interval and he was passionately talking about how some of our fielding positions could have been better. He's got so much to offer tactically. And then he went out and did the business with the bat as well. So, look, in the recruitment, we wanted to add players of that ilk, of that experience, guys who can stand up under pressure. And it was great to see Krunal do that today, particularly with Virat guiding us through. Thanks.
The experts were saying that, if you talk about RCB, they don't have that much strength as far as spinning is concerned. Do you think that the spinners are punching above their weight as far as, your team combination with batting is a really good platform for RCB as well. But then fast bowling, again, their quality pace was there. But spin-wise, when you talk about experience, there is Suyash and then there is Kohli. So, do you think that the same order is a different thinking as far as RCB management is concerned?
Well, look, whenever you're going into any season or post-auction, there's always a lot of opinions about people's squads. I try not to pay too much attention to those opinions. We got what we wanted at the auction. I think if you look at the performances of Krunal and Suyash, I wouldn't describe them as punching above their weight whatsoever. I think they're doing what they're capable of. And actually, I hope they're going to get better. Suyash is still young. He's 21 years old. He's going to get a good run of games this season. He's going to keep improving. I think today was one of his better bowling performances, so he's getting better game after game. So I definitely don't think he's punching above his weight. I think he's got a lot more to go. Krunal's got a reputation for a reason. He's been a fantastic spin bowler in the IPL for a long time. He's typically been someone that's been quite miserly. He hasn't given many runs away with his economy rate. But actually, it's been good seeing him bowl even more bravely this year and taking more wickets. So, look, we've tried to evolve what they do. We're trying to coach them and improve them and get them to be even better than they have been in the past. And I think they've got even more to add, hopefully, in the back half of this competition.
Thank you so much for your questions.
Thanks, guys.